Okay, well, looks like we're good.
Oh, good, thank you.
Okay,
Excuse me.
gonna wait for this to fully load, and then we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Okay, so good afternoon. Um, as I was saying, as a few of you jumped in, we are looking to make this our last meeting for the semester. So I'm hoping that we don't go past 5, but we may. And I would ask that you please stay on so we can get through these proposals. There's one proposal that may not be fully ready in the new business, which is the Farm D one. And as long as I'm okay with, or as long as you're all okay with it versus us actually meeting, we can actually do an email vote for that if you're all good with that to look to approve. So just put a thumbs up or just yay or whatever. Beautiful. I'm seeing that. Okay, good. So that's all good. So let's look then to move on. We don't have any pre-notified absences. Catherine sent out minutes for November 9th. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes? That's Ajit, and then I see Crystal seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, or just raise your hand. Okay. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. November 9th minutes are approved unanimously. Report from executive committee. We met this week and we were just finalizing last minute stuff on here. Catherine, the registrar's office, have been busy bees just getting everything ready and getting, again, proposals from everyone. So thank you to your constituents for getting those in and working with all of us so we can get this all done before the break. And that, again, that goes into what I had already said about us looking to get this done, and then we would not meet then afterwards. Information from academic affairs. Is Cindy on? Not seeing her. Is she here, Catherine? I'm not seeing her. No. She'll probably jump in. We'll circle back to that.
Right, she's on the minutes document, so she's probably gonna be showing up.
Yep.
Hopefully.
So I'll wait then circle back. GERK. We need to accept their minutes from October 24th. Can I get a motion to accept GERK's minutes? That's Ella. And then can I get a second? And that's Crystal seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. UCC's accepted GERK's minutes. Any updates from GERK specifically, Ben, that we need to know about?
No, things went really good in their meeting. I just need to let you guys know I'm serving as UCC rep for GERK due to a vacancy. I will also now be a voting member of GERK as representing the library starting in January.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for your service.
Guy, Ben.
Yeah. Thanks, Tiffany, for not saying I'm good, but thanks.
You're an amazing person, Wesley.
I just had to give you a hard time. Cindy, I see you jumped in. We just actually did GERK's, and I'm going to circle back to you for your update. I'll circle back after my information from the chair. Bass.
We just met about 5 minutes ago. And so you guys should be seeing probably at our next meeting, you'll have the minutes.
Which that'll probably go through an email vote because we are looking to make this the last meeting. Yep, beautiful. Anything that we need to know off the top or no?
No, I think it was like 9 new basses go through.
Okay.
And then we had just some minor changes. So it was all good.
Great. Okay, subcommittee, I know you're looking to meet in January. And is there anything that I need to know or we need to know about for the good of the order? Ben?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, that's okay. No worries.
I had another thing happening on a different screen. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And then now information from the chair. I'm going to circle back. Cindy and I spoke last week, and I will let her take the role with this, but just kind of going over some just general housekeeping in regards to proposals and UCC's purview and like authority with that. I know we discussed that, Cindy, and then I will let you take the floor with that. Thank you.
I'm not quite sure what you might be referring to, Wesley. So,
that conversation that we had when I talked to you when you were out of town.
If you could start, I would.
It was about that nursing proposal, and then basically, it looks like a comment came in here. And then I need to look at something else. Give me 1 second, everybody. Tiffany, I did not. Is there something I need to look at?
Bob just sent an email saying that he's having issues with Zoom.
Okay.
And he updated everybody. He just the same update I gave for Bass. And then he had something from Faculty Senate.
You could share that if you'd like.
Faculty Senate wants to hear from faculty about the workload policy. So please look over the 30-day comment period and make comments. With that being said, please make sure the comments are constructive in nature and specific on the policy language itself.
Great. Back to what I was saying. Thank you, Tiffany, for reporting that. Back to what I was saying, Cindy, we had talked last week and remember about with the nursing proposal and then chemistry. And again, them basically saying they weren't in favor of a proposal, but
Did Wesley freeze?
And there's something going on. You froze there for a second. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted everyone, just to kind of talk through this really quickly, that my understanding, and I haven't been updated this week with regard to that nursing proposal, but my understanding is that they did come to an agreement with the chemistry department. But when I was speaking to Wesley, when I was out of town, so sorry, it feels like 4 months over the last several days. We were just kind of talking about how, sometimes we won't have agreement on a proposal, that that there will be a candidate or an individual, a representative from UCC who might disagree and absolutely you all have the ability to vote no on and vote yes on any particular proposals. And it's important that we allow a program to be able to, request curriculum changes associated with their particular programs. It hasn't happened recently, but there have been times where we didn't have unanimous agreement on a proposal, and that UCC is a recommending body, and that hopefully those recommendations, are viewed and valued very seriously at the university level, and know that if there's going to be other entities looking at this proposal, Faculty Senate will review proposals, Dean's Council, Associate Dean's Council, Academic Affairs are all reviewing these. So hopefully they will be able to work through those issues, but it isn't as if it has to be unanimous consent for a proposal to go forward. So that was all Wesley and I were talking about briefly last week. I don't know if anybody has questions or concerns about that. I'd be
for Cindy or myself.
further about that.
And I'll just piggyback for those of us new to, or for those of you new to ISU or veterans that have been here a while, like myself, if we want to do something, we will look to move forward towards it. And that's, again, kind of the nutshell on things where, again, even if we were all to say no and Faculty Senate was to say no, Academic Affairs and the Dean's Council and the President's Office can still move forward on things. So just understand that, like she said, we are a recommending body. Okay. Thank you, Cindy, for your input and that. We already had, that goes with my information and that we already kind of talked about, again, what we're doing with voting and stuff, that there will be looking to have an email vote on that stuff for next week. If there or not next week, the week after we look to come back. Or stay tuned again for email votes on, again, approval of minutes, and if that Farm D proposal isn't ready, so then we can get through this and we don't have to look to meet. With that being said, is there anything else for the good of the order before I move on to start getting through these proposals? Okay, thank you. With that being said, we have stuff in the consent calendar that we will look to vote on. So that is proposal 21A, 43A, 56A, 66, and 71. Can I get a motion to approve the consent calendar?
I move to approve the consent calendar.
That's Camille with the first, Ben second. All in favor, either aye or put your hand up.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. The consent calendar has been approved unanimously. Now jumping into our big stuff now, as you can see, we have a ton of these to take a look at. First off, College of Business here. This is with their healthcare administration proposal 3. Bear with me because I have a bunch of screens open so we can take a look through these. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this one wasn't relatively, this is from Bob. And this is modifying their HCA 1115 course to be included as a Gen 9 objective. Everyone looks like there's no concerns. Is GERC still reviewing this, or has they already reviewed? Catherine?
They reviewed it and they voted to approve all the courses for UCC proposals,
Got
as
it.
well as proposal number 72 from the Gen Ed program. So
Got it. So I don't know if you
Okay.
want to look to change that then,
change what?
because it says GERC will review still.
Oh, GERC reviewed. It did review.
Yep. That's proposal 3. You see it?
Yeah, got
Okay,
it.
cool. And then, okay, so again, their faculty voted. This was relatively an easy one. Impacts look good. Okay. Motion to approve proposal 3.
Move to approve.
That is Ben, second. Camille, all in favor, aye, or again, say,
Aye.
raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Proposal 3 is passed unanimously. Moving on the agenda, proposal 11. Okay. And this one was from Cal. This one looks good. So the update to department courses, addition of Spanish for Heritage Speakers course. So they were just adding it to faculty not present, but they voted on October 13th. All in favor? I moved my margin out so I can see comments. That's always seems to be a problem that I can't see during our meeting.
Yeah, there's a couple of comments on page 15 and 16.
I'm getting there, Catherine.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, it's my questions for basically for Ivory.
That
But
was
if-
something we don't really have any information on from Chris Hunt when he was here, so it doesn't really have a rhyme or reason why not all of them are marked as gen eds. So that was something I was going to bring up with Ben and Bob when we do the curriculum catalog updating.
Okay, So we can ignore it for here then, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Especially on these 20 credit endorsements, it's not like it affects the degree totals at all.
Right,
Okay, good,
Go ahead and get rid of those.
great.
thank you. I think that's all there was. Anything down
Yeah.
at the bottom?
Looks like everyone's, let's see here. What does this say?
Yeah, everybody's okay with it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so move to approve proposal 11. Can I get a motion? Camille, can I get a second? Crystal, I see seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Proposal 11 is approved unanimously. Moving on, proposal 34. Camille, before I go through the 60-page document, do you have anything that you want to let us know?
Well, Cindy was saying that there was a resolution between Kim and nursing. I don't know that there was a true resolution or if there even needed to be. But if you scroll all the way down to page 52, there are some comments between Danielle, Chris from pharmacy, and Dr. Pack. However,
I see it right here.
yeah, so Dr. Pack responds to Chris there. And I didn't really hear a resolution there. And then Danielle wrote a letter that's pasted under that purple part right in the proposal. But I didn't see a response there. So the top two, right there,
Mhm.
the two, number 1 and 2 below the options that Dr. Pack suggested. Down just a little bit.
Right there, nurses about the basic organic and the laboratory.
Nope, just a little bit lower. Keep going down, there's numbers again.
Right
here.
there, got it.
So there was a suggestion to create a semester with a course and a lab that covers all the chemistry. There was a suggestion too with 1101 along with Chem 1103, which is available right now, but just to change Chem 1103 to be more consistent with 1101. It sounds like nursing said, okay, we would accept, we like that option, Chem 1101 with the lab. But then it didn't seem to us anyway that Dr. Pack was agreeable with that option. So what we had nursing do is they put in their proposal on their map, either Chem 1101 period or 1111 with the 1111 lab as an option. I don't know if that was all super helpful, but that's where we were at. Crystal, did you have anything to add?
No, you said that very eloquently and summarized it very briefly in a great way. So
I'm gonna look then for a motion to approve then.
No, not yet. There's another comment.
Okay, wait.
It really needs to be addressed.
What's that
It's on page, where are you?
50,
Page
I wrote that.
41. Camille wrote to Chris Owens, is DHS
oh,
3315 changing to 3 credits? Chris basically said, yeah. But I need to make sure that's actually done because this is a nursing proposal, not a DHS one. And you can't just willy-nilly change the credits unless you're changing the course in part B. Let me check and see if they've done anything about that. What was that course number? Is DHS what?
there's 2. Let me see.
3315? Okay, there it is. 3315. Come on. Come back. Okay, yeah, it's changed in part B from
Okay.
4 to 3 credits.
Yeah, I thought that had been addressed for some reason, so it was.
Yeah, well, that's it. The comment is still there, and I've got to make sure that these are resolved, that they are actually being changed before we make any, accept those comments. What was the second one? that you mentioned? I've got DHS 3315. What was the other one?
Oh, there is another DHS, but it's not changing.
Okay,
In this proposal, there is another DHS, so I was just, but you were on the right one with the right number.
okay. All right, so that change is legitimate. It's taken care of. Because we can't change the credits within a program if the course isn't being changed. Because
Right.
that would really screw things up.
So then you can approve those comments then.
Yeah,
Okay. So now, can I get a motion to approve 34?
there is
Wesley,
no Kim.
Wait,
there
hold
is
on,
no-
Camille. Yep. Hold that
There's-
motion, Camille. Yeah, go ahead, Catherine.
There's no Kim 1101 lab course, and they added it on page. It doesn't exist, so you can't just add it into the catalog. It's on page 41. Oh, wait, no. Is it? Would somebody look up real fast to see if there is a chemistry 1101 lab course?
There is not.
That's what I thought. It can't be in there.
Yeah, so our suggestion was that they either leave Chem 1101 by itself and then offer the 1111 and 1111L as
Right.
the OR, because the solution was to maybe add a lab, but that was not the forward motion of the solution.
Right, but the other thing
But
is
yeah.
chemistry has not submitted a course, a proposal to add that, so it can't be in the
100%.
catalog, right? Is that the only place in this?
No,
where
it's on
they-
page 44 as well. And
Thank
then we also asked them to take it off of the degree map.
there is a Kim 1101 though.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a lab.
Oh, okay.
It's 1101
Chem
L.
11.
They got
Yeah,
rid
a
of that.
lecture.
Yeah, they got rid of the lab course a year or two ago. So it does not exist. So we can't put in the catalog something that doesn't exist.
Okay.
There it
And
is right there.
did-
So Chem 1101. There we go. Perfect.
And
So
then we'll
please-
have to see how many credits that is, because we can't create credits where they don't exist, right?
Right,
And it should be 3 then?
yes.
So
Does
then
that change the credit totals someplace?
3 or 4, because if they do Chem 1111,
right.
the 1111 lab, it will be 4.
Oh, right. So you could leave it as 4 because it could be the or. Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second to get caught up and make these little tiny changes. They're
Yep.
annoying, I know, but
No, you're fine.
these are
Important.
UCC's
Important,
job.
yeah.
And my job to make sure that I make the edits correctly.
Well, we appreciate that. We've looked at this many times, and we appreciate you catching these things that.
And if it's gonna be the 1111 with the 1111 lab, that's actually 5 credits.
Oh, even better.
So it's
So it would be
3
3 to 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, 325.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Or
Is Chem 1111 4 credits?
Yeah.
So then you would need a 3-5 then.
I'm putting 325. Ivory will
Okay.
know.
Okay.
So then should we check if credits out of here really quick?
Yes.
Okay.
So I need to scroll down.
And tell me exactly what I need to change and where. We've got total credits here.
Up a little bit, where you just changed that, it should say 24 to 26 now.
Yep. The total credits.
Did I get in the right place?
Yep.
Okay.
And then did we change it? Was there another spot that you saw the lab that?
That's what I gotta look
Yep.
at real closely here. What's this other comment? DHS, that's changing. Yes, that's correct. So this needs to be underlined and bolded so it can be seen. And hopefully 18 is the correct number. I don't know what it changed from. Annoying people. Hopefully Ivory catches that when she enters this.
It counts it for me, so
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I want that app.
saved me a few times.
Okay, let's see. In general, these are not the same, and the ranges need to be listed. We add back the correct. Hopefully this is correct. Okay, they did
Yeah,
that.
sorry, we could have cleared that. Sorry about that. I
Oh,
say
that's
we,
okay.
Camille and I have been working on this one together so much.
Okay, did I catch all the,
I
The
think so, because
chemistry
it's not
lines.
down in this next section. So yeah, I think you got them all. And then same thing here. She corrected the
I'm working
section.
my way back up again to see if there's a with lab. Oh, here's another section. It's on page 40. Well, we got to do the same thing as we did before.
Okay.
Format.
Yep, right there.
Okay, and this becomes, oops. Let me undo.
3 to 5.
Right. Undo the strike through. And I want to, but it didn't undo it.
You're taking care of that, and I think that's the end of the comments. After she takes care of that one.
Yeah, and then total credits, I think will be 24 to 26. I just added.
Let me catch up with you. Give me just a second here.
No worries.
What page was that, Crystal?
Same page, just below.
Okay,
For the
so
total
she's
credits,
getting it.
we'll have the
Okay.
range.
Okay, so it should be 25 to 27, is that
24.
right?
24 to 26.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's the new change in purple. And then 25 gets struck out.
Yep.
You want that to say 24 to 26? Does it just say 24 to 6?
Thank you.
She might know what it means, but.
Okay,
And that should take care of them all.
I'm
hopefully.
just doing one final look and making sure that DHS 33 is not anywhere else, but I don't think it is.
I didn't
Okay.
see it.
It looked good. Yeah. Okay.
And if by
And then-
chance there's not, I always do a change memo from our office if there's like little errors, like we missed a course like that, and then I will compile that and send it out to the committee for review, just to
Okay.
vote on it.
Perfect.
Now, with that being
Yeah.
said,
I just want to make sure that when this goes up the chain and we get deans and associate deans and faculty senate looking at it,
It's
that
clear.
all these little corrections are on there
motion now to
as
Wes-
amended.
Wesley, I had a couple questions first.
Ella.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to clarify because I was a little confused in reading this. If the proposal from Dr. Pock was to just offer the chemistry 1101 class with the chem 1103 lab class, if that was the suggestion, or if it was no lab.
That
at
was
all
a
on that.
suggestion.
But that's not what nursing wants to do.
Correct.
Okay, which is inconsistent with what BSU is doing as well.
Technically.
So is there any, this is student perspective and ASISU perspective of trying to remain consistent with other universities and hold ourselves to higher standards than them. This is one of ASISU's big goals. And I don't know Is there a good explanation for this? Is there about why
So it was
a
the
lab course
original.
isn't?
Yeah, no, this is such a good question, and it's come up because we had the same question in a conversation, and it is the original amount of credits that is taxing on the students to add some additional credits that stemmed this whole change. And so even with the 1103, they didn't feel like that was what the direction they wanted to go with. They would love an 1101 lab that doesn't exist right now, but we are hopeful maybe that could be a solution in the future.
Could you just clarify why an 1101 lab instead of an 1103 lab?
It's just the level of information between the organic and biochem. And then I think the solution was to potentially eliminate 1102, because at first it was 1101, 1102, and 1103. But that just was not
And
what they agreed
1102
upon
is a
as a
prerequisite
committee.
or a co-requisite with the 1101 lab or 1103 lab.
Right.
So without that one, they can't do the 1103 unless they were to change it to be
Yeah.
1101.
Okay.
And they did look at universities across the nation to see if they were kind of following that same standard. And some of those things were being phased out to where it was just a basic chemistry course. So they didn't just strike it thoughtlessly. They kind of looked at the standard and looked at what other universities were doing with their nursing programs were doing as well.
Okay, that's great. I was just trying to understand. I am a biochem major. I'm much more on the biochem upper division chemistry side, and so also pre-med. So I was trying to understand the purpose of not having those classes, and if it is solely a stress on students thing, that makes sense. I was just
No, you're welcome to
No,
question. That's
your
what you're here
question
for.
actually came up. Yeah, no, we actually directly asked that, and we had to get supplemental information. Just like Camille said, you know, where were we just stemming this information from? Are there some places not having labs? Are there some places, you know, not doing so? Different institutions, there seems to be a trend because there's so many credits in the nursing program as well. So it's a valid question. Thank you.
One of the concerns was being prepared for pharmacology, but Dr. Chris Owens said for his course that was for the nursing students, that just that basic chemistry was required to prepare them. They didn't need the organic or the lab. So
okay. Just out of curiosity too, and looking at hireability and does this make because this is an undergraduate, this is the BS program, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at like, is this making ISU students competitive for future programs, for getting jobs? Do you guys see an issue with that and reducing the chemistry knowledge on that side and understanding of, you know, some of the more biochem pharmaceutical, like I could understand how it's not necessarily required for pharmacology, but at the same time, there's a lot of biochemical processes.
one of the things that Danielle brought up was the nurses that are in those more bench sciences or behind the pathophysiology. They were the ones with the graduate degrees, so they do have more training in that, but the nurses that were graduating with the BS were very prepared, and that was really what they needed to earn that degree.
Okay.
Cool.
Ella, thank you for speaking up. That's exactly what
That's
we
what the
need
purpose
students
is.
to
Yes.
do. Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine. With that being said now, can I entertain a motion then to approve? And I think I got Camille give me first on that. Perfect. Can I get a second?
Crystal.
Crystal seconding. All in favor? Aye, or raise your hand. So moved. Proposal 34 is approved unanimously. Let's move on to 35. So this is a cozy one, scheduling requirements, prerequisite statements. This is a relatively Randa, anything you want me to know going through this 54-page document?
This is just long. We tried to get all the prerequisite statements to be consistent and to
Okay.
have the same format because they were all over the place. And she did sign off. Thank you so much, Ivory.
Okay. Okay, did we take care of this one on the 31st?
Yep, I got my question answered.
Great. So we can
Okay.
resolve that then. Great. Let's move
Yes.
down.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of impacts from a lot of different people, so I think we're in good shape.
I didn't see any more. Go ahead. Whatever that is. Was someone speaking? Or am I hearing voices?
At this point in the semester, you're probably hearing voices too, but
I am.
but I am as well. So I'm like, oh, is that me talking to me?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that was just monthly making a noise then. Yeah. I'll take that. So I didn't see any more comments. And then the impacts, I know. Let's see here. Let me get down.
Yeah, math was pretty careful on getting everything
There we go. Yep.
squared away.
If everyone else did too. Motion to approve 35. Crystal, can I get a second? Camille, all in favor? Aye, raise your hand.
Aye.
Great. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 35 is approved unanimously. 36 is amended. So we approved this once before, didn't we, Catherine? But now we just had another thing.
The second, 36.
Yeah.
That's proposal 36.
I think you added 15 maybe on here.
So
Yeah,
there
you
were
added a few of the HPSS.
so there was a
you
few errors in calculating the credits. I'm still here to hear back from them about there's 3 credits short. They need to add a 3 credit in the second section. But other than that, everything has been resolved.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened on this one is there were 2 different proposals that were addressing the same degree and courses. So I just combined them. So everything that was in pink was from one of them that we added into the other. And
That's what I was
had-
trying to understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking through this, that's what okay.
Yeah,
That makes
sorry,
sense.
I shut it off or muted myself because my phone was ringing.
You're fine.
And I don't answer it when I don't feel like it, especially when I'm in meetings. That's not true. When I'm at work, I answer the phone. When I'm
Yeah,
during
this is
the
being
hours.
recorded, Catherine. Watch that.
when I'm at work, yes, I answer the phone. If it's coming to me, I answer it when I feel like it and not. That's why I have a voice and answering machine. Yeah, so where's the 3 credits that are missing? Is that here on page what page is this? 17? Ajit's comment?
Yeah, in space 16, so objective 1, they say that it's 33 credits, but when we add up the 4 different things that are under objective 1, biological, cognitive, chemistry, physics, and math, it just comes up to 27. So they should be able to resolve it by tomorrow. He might be in a class or something, so
Is that, it needs to add a new class? Is that what you're saying?
Either they need to add a new class or they need to increase the number of credits in the courses that they've already listed there.
Brenda's got comments from 2 days ago on page
Uh,
19,
So
saying she was getting 77.
so that's been partially resolved. So they changed credits in a few places, but
Okay.
once that 3 credit is added up in that objective 1, it'll come up to 120 altogether. I actually made a big Excel sheet and sent them over, actually putting in whatever, and I had also pointed out. And
So can we do a motion to approve pending that resolution?
I don't know if they're adding a different course in there, is that going to, Ivory, help me out here. Ivory and Cindy, this is confusing me. To me, it seems like they need to still make some adjustments to this proposal and have you guys review and see if you're okay with what they do. But I defer to you. My brain's so fried right now, I can't make sense of this.
It's fine. Ivory and then Cindy.
Will they be adding it in the elective totals, or where they be needing those 3?
It's an elective, isn't it? Ajit?
so the place I'm stuck is in page 16, and it's in 2 places in another program also. They say that objective 1, the total of objective 1 needs to be 33, but the courses they've listed on the objective 1 just comes up to 27.
Okay. So is that just a matter of changing this 33 to what would it be? 31?
Yeah, I'm not sure why the difference is. So I've reached out to them. Once I hear back from them, I'll let you guys know.
Trying to see where you guys are looking.
So you're adding, I'm seeing there's a 6 credit difference. 33 to 27 to 33 is 6 credits. Not a 3 credit difference.
In total, there's a 3 credit difference. It's a 120 credit total credit for the whole program, so it's not added to 120. So I've reached out to them. So once I hear back from them, I'll let you guys know.
So then it's a gen ed that's the issue.
No, this is for exercise science. They have their own objectives. It's not a gen ed objective. It's it's their own objectives. Has nothing to do with gen eds.
Kind of like student learning outcomes a little bit. They have these
that's what it looks
various
like.
objectives. Yeah, I did just count it again, and it is 27, which is. It does seem like the department should respond before we vote. We should be clear on what it is they are doing.
You want to table this until they clarify, and then possibly if you can vote on it by email next week.
That's what I'm liking.
Next week,
I'm good with that. So motion to table with the consensus of that we will vote by email on this proposal once we hear back from the department. Camille, and I got seconds and thirds for all that. So moved. We will table 36 with an email vote for the future, and then Ajit and or Catherine just follow up and then just send all of us that information then. Okay. That's good with 36. So that's been again unanimously tabled for the time being. Let's move on to 45. So this one, 4 ESL courses split into 3 credits. Okay. So the old is there, the new is there. Okay. So they're changing one. Comments here. So she marked it as resolved. So we're good with this then, right? Lavona took care of that?
You're on 45?
Yeah.
It was resolved and then she reopened it, but I don't know why, because she had resolved it. So I don't know if she just accidentally clicked on it.
It says there she made a mistake.
Which one? Where? Huh?
Page 8.
Right, but then she marked it as resolved. I don't know why she
yeah.
reopened it again a second later, because it looked resolved to me.
That looks like it looks like a typographical error because it looks
what I
like
was
it is
thinking.
resolved.
Oh, she may have resolved it and then reopened it because to make sure that I saw it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's resolved because we dealt
Okay.
with that.
Okay.
And then the degree map, it as of last time I checked in with Lavona, that it was still in progress. So I think we had a comment down below that I wanted, it might have been from Ben.
Crystal, this is taken care of, right, on 15?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
No,
Resolved.
that's okay. So we can resolve this one, Catherine, on page 15, because the gen eds do add up.
I'm getting there.
That's fine.
I can resolve it if that's okay with everyone.
I'm right there. So 24 is
Okay.
correct?
Yes.
Yep. And then
Okay.
this down here, this is resolved.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 119 as of this morning.
Correct.
Okay. So that could be resolved on 17.
Wait, so this 120 is actually 119?
Yes. And I just don't have editing abilities.
Exactly. You're not supposed to. I don't want people going in and willy-nilly changing things. We have a problem. You can't have the degree has to be a minimum of 120 credits. So if this says 119, that's not going to work, will it?
No.
Well, I was just adding the 37 and 81. So
yeah, there's a problem. Oh, plus the free elective.
I'm sorry, if they
Okay.
have the free electives.
Then
Okay.
it adds up.
So I just
Okay,
can't
so
count.
37, 81, and no, that's still short.
But I'm getting
7 and 1, and that's 9. So yeah, it's still coming up with 119.
You could even just change that free elective still too.
The 2.
So
Okay.
anything that's not in the gen eds or the major requirements, we just make sure that there's the rest are pretty much filled up in free electives.
Okay, hold on. Let me get there. These little tiny details are very important. So that's why I'm slowing you down and saying, wait, let me change
that's
it
fine.
so you see the final version and can approve the final version.
We're doing fine. So we have 9 left after this one. So
That's not too bad considering. Okay. So it's 2 credits for that. And thank you folks for watching out for credits. It's very
and then
important.
this one here on page 19 partially satisfies objective 5. Randa?
Some proposals have that in and some don't. And so it made it easier for me to count and subtract the gen eds when they were labeled as such in their listing.
And that's a discussion that Sarah, Mead, and I have had that I was going to talk about with Ben and Bob, which we had mentioned in another one. If they are listed on the gen ed section, like on the top, we do need to probably mark it so they're not being double counted. If they're not listed on that top section under gen ed, then it doesn't matter as much. But if they are, to prevent double counting the credits, we do
They,
need that
they are,
listed.
they are listed up there.
Then, yeah, we do
So
need
we can
that.
resolve that then. What about this one, Crystal?
So, because it was in a different section, because they have, you know, multiple things going on, they have the certificate, then they have it. I didn't know if it needed to be stated here as well, because this particular course does fulfill a partial objective, or partially satisfies an objective. So that was just a question I had. I didn't know. Randa had caught the other sections of it, and I thought that was excellent, and I learned something there. But with this one, I didn't know if it applied or not. So I flagged it to bring it to everybody.
So where is that?
Page
Right here, page 21.
21.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
So it says they're highly recommended, but because it's part of the pre-professional certificate in pre-ideology, I didn't know if it was necessary. Is it?
No,
Or is it a
it's
great
not
idea?
necessary.
It's
And
not
that's, like I said,
there.
something we'll eventually talk about, but in this one, no, it's not necessary because it's not gonna be counted in any other section of this specific certificate.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, we could resolve that then.
Okay.
Thank you, Catherine. And then I saw some other stuff down here. Is that the same thing, Randa?
The one below that is the footnote for 1153P.
On page 23 here? Cool, okay. So we can resolve that then?
Wait. Slow down, guys. I'm on this biology 2227 again, which does partially satisfy.
That's
but
where
it's
she's
counted
at.
up in the
That's where
gen
we're at.
eds.
That's where we're at, Catherine.
Okay, good.
So that's a partial. Okay.
Underline it because it's new.
And then right here on page, the next one on page 23, this looks like it was taken care of already.
Note here rather than.
That's a change we made last year, other than having it cross-listed with 11 the NEP sections.
Yep.
We were just trying to put a footnote, and we tried to catch them all last year, but a few of them slipped through. So I will just I'll just remove that 1153P and just add that footnote that we put throughout the rest of the catalog.
Impacts were done. And no one. Great, no concerns. Okay. That being said, motion to approve 45. It's Randa. Can I get a second? Camille, all in favor? Aye. Raise your
Aye.
hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 45 passes unanimously. 51. This is from Bob. This is about creating an academic certificate in sales. This is relatively an easy one here. No concerns. 4 faculty, they all voted. They have their learning outcomes. Rationale was, again, they removed the marketing minor. So this was put in to replace that curriculum. They have their objectives. 9 credits. It's easy to add. I know, Randa. Yeah. Okay, and then there was no comments. Looks good. Motion to approve 50, or sorry, motion to approve. Yeah, it is 51, right? Because I can't. Yeah, 51. Yep, Crystal, can I get a second?
Ben.
Ben, and then Camille, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstention? 51 is approved unanimously. We are trucking along, folks. I want to go back to the agenda real quick because I know. Let's see here. I got a little bit of a ways before that. Ben, I'm gonna ask you if I do get to 69 beforehand, I just need to untable that business before, so if you could remind me.
Yep.
Okay, let's go now, 52. Okay, this one is from Cozy. Comment below in part D, it looks like. So an accelerated MS in biology and in microbiology. Okay. And then it looks like there's some comments.
Huh?
You had a note there, Catherine, comments in part D.
Just a second. I'm reading a note from Janet that isn't making sense here, but it looks like she's fixed it. Hopefully she fixed it.
What page?
I just resolved it.
Okay, never mind then.
There's something she said she'd forgotten about and went back to change and supposedly fixed it. Okay, Janet, she completed this section. What section?
Here we go.
That
Page,
okay.
yeah, 7, Janet. Okay, I have no problem with them being flagged. Do not know what the standard weight is, but it's helpful for students. It's fine with me.
I was on
This
the
is
Gen
a-
Ed bandwagon.
This section.
So is this
I had a
oh.
random question, and I don't know if it at all pertains. But biology decided to stop offering some of these. Started doing this for this upcoming spring semester. Can they do that without a proposal?
To stop offering what?
I know particularly the food microbiology class. They changed its offerings for this upcoming semester, and this is included in this proposal. And I was just curious, again, student perspective, so I don't know a lot of this stuff. If they can just decide to not offer a class for the spring, if that impacts this proposal kind of thing. If you have in say this is page 5 is the one where they've changed it from spring to every other spring or odd spring. They already did that, but I don't know if they had a proposal to do that.
Sometimes they kind of have to go with I mean, faculty can answer this better than I, but sometimes I know that they may not have the resources or enough faculty to teach it every single year. So they'll make adjustments to when they can actually offer it. If they're we're asking them not to make so many courses just on demand because it's really hard from a student perspective to plan. But if you know that it's going to be every other spring, you can kind of plan your stuff out. But yeah, some of these changes happen before you know about it.
Yep, and I was going to say the same thing. It's if faculty is available or not, and that can happen like that. So
I
unfortunately,
think it also can depend on if you have students sign up for the course. If you only have 1 or 2 students, sometimes
They
they'll
will- yeah.
opt to not teach it for
Correct.
that reason as well.
Right.
or if they know ahead of time they're not going to, they'll say it like if they know fall that they know they can't offer it in spring because they're not going to have a faculty or an adjunct, they will not offer it then. So
And then this kind of a second question. Thank you for answering that because again, I don't know this. Particularly some of these classes I know work, being a biochem major and getting to plan out my schedule and work with my advisor to do these. Several of these are offered every other spring, and they tend to be senior level classes. So I just wasn't sure if there was some of the impacts of like how that impacts students. Because I know that as a student, it's really annoying. It's seen as a senior level class and it's only offered the years that you're not a senior.
That's something you would have to, I'm going to start to answer, and feel free anybody else that wants to jump in, but you would have to, again, appeal to the director of that program and see if there's anything that can be done. But then it goes back to, if those resources like aren't there, then it's not going to be offered.
Yeah, but I
hear you, and I agree,
understand where you're
but
coming from, because I used to
Yes.
have that same problem
Mhm.
when I was in school. It was kind of like,
same here.
it's really annoying when you're trying to plan out your schedules and you find out the course you need it isn't offered when you need it to be.
And I will share something. That's where you put feedback also into your student evaluation to look to make those change, and that helps to look to make changes in the future.
Okay. Yeah, that really helps, because this is one of the things that Aspen and I, the two College of Science and Engineering senators, have been hearing from students, is particularly with biology programs, with the biochem and the microbiology, they're very difficult to schedule. And I see this as making it even more difficult by reducing the offerings. And so I was just wondering, so the way to deal with that as students is to go to the department chairs and the directors of the programs. Am I hearing that correctly?
Brenda? Yep, Brenda.
Well, we've had,
oh, go ahead.
that was the math situation, right? Half of our proposal was half of our senior level courses having to go every other year. But it boiled down to being told by administration that these courses that don't have enough students and their limit, I can't remember the number of the limit, we had to change those offerings. And so Ella, you're hitting a very sore spot with faculty too, because we really want to run these classes, but we're being told to cut back for monetary reasons. And so it's a really hard situation that we've all been put into.
Cindy.
I was just going to ask Ella, do you know anything about these classes? Do they have the same kinds of concerns that Randa was just suggesting? Do you know, I mean, our biology doesn't often have really small, they have huge numbers of majors. Do you see the issue being that there aren't enough students to make a course every spring?
I would say there's the opposite reason. I know specifically the food micro class on here is one that biology majors, biochem, and microbiology majors love. I could probably name like 10 plus students that for this upcoming spring, because they can't offer it because of faculty availability and other classes, that's really hurt students in their, senior year, final semester here. And now they're like rushing to find other classes to fill that. Because this does count as an elective for biochem majors, for biology majors. I don't know if it does for chemistry majors as well. So it's a bunch of these classes also impact not just microbiology degrees.
Well, Ella, just know that I will bring this up at Dean's Council as well as Associate Dean's Council, so that they are just aware that you have this concern and that you brought it up in UCC. So I just wanted you to know that.
Thank you, Cindy. Moving back on. Ella, you good before I move on?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I
don't
not
think it's
much
the answer
to do
you
for
want to
this
hear.
one.
I'm sorry, huh?
Not much to do for this one. So
No. Yeah. And I know it probably is not the answer you want to hear, but I will also say this, being I hate to say I've been here a long time, it just makes me seem older, but sometimes it takes more than one, and the more people that know, the more that something can change, whether it's just, again, and it just you bringing something up, bringing it to a department chair, Cindy, the more voices that are heard with it, the more we can look to make an impact on it. So again, and that's like basically what I'm saying is, don't stop pestering, keep saying what you're saying.
No, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys answering my questions and all that, because there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of different ways to do this. There's a lot that as students, we don't ever get to see this background. And then we're like, oh, why is that class not offered?
Mhm.
and there's really no explanation to us. So getting to see some of this is really interesting, and definitely is going to help with explaining it to other students.
Awesome. Moving back, thank you, Ella. Right here, page 20, these are the gen ed flags again, where we need to do the partial. Is that correct, Randa?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Cool. Okay. So you're resolving those, I see. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Ivory, I see some here. This is again. partial.
Just the same gen ed.
Got it. Okay.
business.
On page 22. Randa was on a roll, like she said, with gen eds here. Page and good. Page 25. We can again.
Don't get too far ahead of me, please. Takes me a few minutes to make these changes.
Yes, Catherine. Page 25, it looks like here is the last ones. 25 of 42. And she corrected this right here on page 32. Impacts are there. Okay. Chemistry doesn't have a chemistry's good. Everyone else looks good. Okay. Motion to approve 52. Crystal, can I get a second? I see Camille, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. Proposal 52 is approved unanimously.
As
Move-
amended.
As amended, thank you. 54. This was a BS in econ to a STEM degree. This was a relatively easy one. With industry standard for STEM classified for an econ degree. They were taken per email. Looks like it was good. What is this? Is it a C minus dash D?
I think D's the course offering.
Oh, got it. Okay. I was okay.
It tricked me too.
Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It
I'm
proves I'm
glad you
still
guys
looking
got
here.
that.
Huh?
I'm glad you caught that.
Yep. You're welcome, Catherine. And then this goes into on and on about why they're pursuing that change. And it makes sense. Credits, I added this one specifically. It looked good. Question here, comment.
If you added it, it's good because I struggled with this one.
I saw the 120. Okay. We can resolve on page 8 here. I think everything else looks good. Yep, okay. Motion to approve 54.
I move to approve.
It's Ben. Saw Camille seconding. All in favor? Aye, or raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? 54 is approved unanimously. 67. Is this where I need to start looking at new business? Oh no, I'm still good.
One more.
Okay. I know we've had a ton, so I can't keep track anymore.
I'm
Okay.
still confused about, you guys said something about page 8 on this previous proposal number 54, but we didn't resolve it, and I don't.
It needs to be, I can't resolve it. So it needs to be resolved because the credits do add up.
So it was correct and we're done yet? We're done then? Okay. I'll resolve it and hope that it's correct.
Yes.
I'm trusted Wesley on that one because I got
Yep.
lost, so we'll let him. He got it.
Okay,
Trust me for that, not other things, but that one.
the 54 is approved.
Okay, let's go to 67. Okay. Okay, so first off with this one, I see no signatures.
What, which proposal is that? Read the
67.
title to me.
So interdisciplinary studies.
Oh, this
Oh,
is the
no,
one
there-
where I said for you to put my signature on there.
Right. Yeah, that's, and did Cindy has signed it yet? No, she hasn't signed it. Cindy would be the, academic affairs.
And I said to put my signature on it as well.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Good. So we
All right,
are
well, we'll just say signatures are there for this one.
okay.
Sorry. I
No,
mean,
that's okay. And then
That's
the
okay,
one-
my brain is so scrambled right now.
yeah, this is coming from academic affairs. This one we voted. This one was good. We got a
Wait,
spelling here.
where am I on the minutes?
I'm going to change this. It says committee
Okay.
email vote.
67. But wasn't it the committee email vote?
It was, the word committee was spelled wrong. So I just,
Oh,
so I fixed it. Yep, and this is that information that Cindy presented to us. We were all good with this.
I counted. This was easy to count too.
Not like 54. Yeah, everything else was, this one was good. This one was pretty straightforward. Sorry, you all see I have Grammarly and it pops up with everything, so I apologize for that. And like underlines everything. So with that being said, motion to approve 67.
Move to approve.
It's Ben. Can I get a second? Camille, all in favor? Aye, or raise your hand. Any opposed? And any abstention? So move 67 is approved unanimously. This is my last one, right, Ben?
Think so.
Let me go back to the
32.
agenda.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's go ahead, 72. And this was Gen Ed. This was from Kirk.
yeah, this one catches all the changes that were approved over the course of the year. For this catalog year.
Okay.
And I went through all the proposals and looked to see what changes were made. It also catches the changes that were made by the state board to the Gen Ed credits and titles.
Okay, so then you could resolve that one then. The March one. Catherine, on page 4.
Where? Wait,
Right here.
I'm catching up to you as it's loading.
fine.
Where is it?
Page 4, 24.
Oh, yeah, okay. The one to math.
Here's another one that you can do on page 9. That was back in March.
Yep, I left them there so you guys would see that, yes, they had actually looked at it and approved it. Oh, and in GERC, the statement, we've been using COM 1101 in objective 2 as 3 credits. The state mandated that, yes, it changed from 2 credits to 3 credits, and that that would leave 5 credits for the a minimum of 5 credits for the institutionally designated objectives, which for us are objectives 7, 8, and 9. And Karen Appleby during GERC's meeting on Tuesday confirmed with Heidi Estrom at the state board office that yes, it truly is a minimum of 5 credits. So we don't have to change ours at all. Because all our courses are 3 credits for all those courses. And we didn't want to get a slew of new courses that only 2 credits. We may still do that, but we're kind of hoping not.
That being said, motion to approve 72.
I move to approve.
Then can I get a second? Camille, and I see all in favor. Any opposed? Any abstention? So move 72 is approved unanimously. Before I move on to these, I know I got a motion for that, but then can I get a motion to endorse our letters of notification and for, again, the new proposal for state proposals? So for 51, 54, and 67, motion to endorse. Crystal, can I get a second? And I see another hand, but I don't.
Camille.
Camille, all in favor? So moved. The state proposals for endorsement for 51, 54, and 67 have been endorsed by UCC. We have nothing in other business. Can I get a motion to untable new business so then we don't have to look to meet? We can do an email vote for those proposals there for new business.
Randa, motion.
Randa, and I see Crystal seconding. So again, we will go ahead and untable this new business and go ahead and take it up. Proposal 69.
Okay, let's make sure we go through this one slowly because this is one they hadn't really completed yet. Okay,
This is
it's been
pharmacy, yeah.
signed by everybody. Good.
Yeah, it should have more necessary things on it now. I think College of Health was able to do their vote and they added what they needed to as well.
Ah, good. Okay. And they're not making any changes to any courses.
Nope.
Okay, good.
0 changes to curriculum on either side. It's just a dual degree, similar to how we already have the PharmD and MBA. So it's just going to be a note in the catalog. And
Yeah, but this will also need to go to the to grad school. Was there a separate
graduate? Yeah.
Yeah, was there a separate
From what?
Was there a separate proposal that went to the grad school already, or
I don't know that it already went, but I know in talking to Jen that College of Health they were gonna be the ones to do the grad proposal, and the College of Pharmacy was gonna do the UCC. So I don't know if anyone else knows more about that.
Okay. I'm probably going to send this one along to grad school anyway, just to make sure that that they see it.
At the top of page 4, there's no date for the votes. Is that a needed thing?
Yes.
I think it happened either yesterday or today.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put down 11:15.
Yeah.
College of Pharmacies was definitely yesterday.
Yeah, I think they
I
both
don't know for sure. Yeah.
Thank you for catching that, Alba.
Good.
Motion to approve 69. Camille, can I get a second?
Ben,
Ben and Crystal, all in favor? Aye. Or raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? So move 69 is approved unanimously. 73.
Woohoo!
I know we got
Nothing.
we got two left. This one and that. Well, and then we'll get some emails, but it's nice. It's really nice to
Yeah.
have that feeling. So
Definitely.
looks like the dean didn't sign off on this one though.
This one was just created yesterday, so
Which
Okay.
which one is this? Is this
73.
Oh, don't worry about it. Renee told me he was gonna sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has approved it. I did get communication from him. So it's okay.
Signatures missing too
For which one?
in the impacts, but
Oh,
again, that's probably like library.
Yeah,
information.
Yeah.
I saw all that. Yeah.
As long as we get the SIS one, we're okay. Yeah, then we're fine. As long as Ivory signed it.
yes, ma'am.
Yay. You're the most important one.
Tell more people that. Just kidding.
Okay, this one was relatively simple.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
just making changes to those two physics courses, and that's it.
Motion
no
to approve
changes to anything
73.
else.
Crystal, can I get a second? Camille, all in favor? Aye, raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstention? So move 73 is approved unanimously. The last one. And this one is proposal 74 as amended. Okay, so we're missing a department chair signature.
This was another one that was done real quickly.
Okay, so we are gonna get
That's
that.
Ryan Lindsay, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Camille, do you know for sure that this one is okay because it was written by somebody other than the department chair? I don't have department chair signature. And is there a faculty vote? I asked them to do
Yes,
that.
they did get the faculty vote in.
Okay, so they did,
Right there.
the faculty are on board with this one.
They had 4 yes, 1 no.
Okay. But do you know if Ryan's on board with it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess we can figure that out at upper levels. As long as the faculty is on board with it. And it doesn't affect anybody. Oh, did we get Smitty's? No, we haven't got Smitty's response yet from College of. We had Jamie.
We haven't got any of those.
Yeah, we don't have anything from the College of Ed yet. I don't think it's going to be a problem. But this course was cross-listed or equivalent to the HPSS course. So I wanted to take away the
Let's look to
equivalency.
motion to approve pending those responses, because it should be fine. Motion pending those responses from, again, those individuals that need to sign and or again, Jamie. Can I get a motion? Can I
so
entertain?
moved.
Camille and Crystal, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved, 74 is approved. Pending those responses as amended. We've already endorsed everything, so this down here from existing degrees, we've our UCC endorsed everything, so we're good. The future business is again, Ben and Bob and the registrar's office will look to meet and talk about that subcommittee for things. Catherine, stand by for Catherine to email all of us for approval of these minutes. And for that other proposal that, again, from the College of Ed that's coming through as well, that'll be an email vote. But I am not seeing any need to meet then after Thanksgiving. And now it is time for the registrar's office to be putting these together. So stay tuned for when we will meet. We will look now not to meet anytime though soon. It will not be until January or probably the beginning of February where we will look to meet. But don't take this off your calendar because we will still again have business for spring of 24. With that being said, can I entertain a motion to adjourn? And
I move
job
to adjourn.
before that, thank you. Before you all leave, thank you all for your work and staying on and getting all this done. We really appreciate you. And
Thank you,
thank you,
Wesley.
Wesley,
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Cindy. Thank you guys too.
sorry,
Thank
Wesley,
you, Catherine. Thank you,
Ben.
Wesley.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
send out,
Everybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Thank
send
you.
out a letter that I'm gonna have you sign off on so that everyone can receive credit for their annual evals for serving so far this semester.
Great. Thank you
Oh,
all so
yes.
much. You guys take care. Have a great fall break and a great winter break and see you next year.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Yes, I'll
Ajit, you're
stay
gonna,
on.
I know you're gonna stay on. Ajit's gonna stay on with us, Catherine. Hold
Okay.
on one second though. Let me stop recording. Ajit, give me
Yeah.
1 second, please.
Mhm.